Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're tuning from in the world. This is your host, Daniel Vesper, or as many of you know me, 8-Inch Wick. And in today's lesson, our topic of discussion will be Risk Management 101. Some key focus points we'll be focused on are going to be what is risk management, how to manage risk, the most important thing to manage, and how to determine your lot size. Have your pen, paper, and trading journals ready? Let's get directly into this. So what exactly is risk management and how do we manage risk? Okay, first of all, what you need to realize is risk to reward is the most important thing you must determine before ever taking an execution on any price action chart. You should always have predetermined risk and predetermined reward before actually entering or exiting your positions. So looking at risk to reward, we understand if we're running a position that has a 10 pip stop loss, our risk is 10 pips, and our reward is 50, what does that actually mean? Risk to reward ratio wise, that is actually going to be a 1 to 5. Okay, now that's extremely relevant when getting in there. How do we manage risk? Why is this important when we're trading? Okay, I want to break down to you guys, first of all, the significance and getting that tighter stop loss, why it's relevant, and the difference between somebody who manages risk properly and somebody who doesn't. So looking at our GBP USD chart, I want to go over taking an execution and determining your risk to reward before actually executing. Okay, so first of all, we're going to put this in replay mode real quick. And let's just take away the price action to the right. Okay, so we're going to take this area. We can see, okay, how the institutions have traded into this. It's traded away. We can see the institutional moves in here where they've come up to fill the imbalance. Okay, healthy price action. And we see the institutional move away now. We want to break down this area on a lower time frame so we can get that precise entry with as tight of a stop loss as we possibly can. Okay, so I'm going to drop down to a 1 minute chart so I can identify what's actually going on within this area here. Alright, so identifying price action within this area on a 1 minute chart is going to be the absolute best precision we're going to get, right? Looking at this area, we want to note, as we've discussed or we'll discuss in later lessons, the up move before the down move. Okay, so we're simply going to take this area body to body, and we're going to draw that entire position out. Okay, drawing this out, what we're simply looking for is to execute within this area with a stop above the high. So let's just say we took an execution directly at the open of that candle, which for us would be, go ahead and throw that out there, around 16212. Okay, so playing price action forward, now that we've got, you know, the actual execution area and the stop determined, you can see that we've got that type stop loss. 5 pip stop is what we'd be running on this position. Okay, being that all of this price action in the past should be healthy, right? If it's slow, it'll grow. If it's fast, it won't last. We can see as we trade into this, and now we've got imbalance in the market. We're coming back up into this area to clear this up. We shouldn't trade above this being bullish and being that all of this is healthy in the past to the left. So stop above the high, looking to execute at the open of the up move before the down move. We've got our entry and our stop determined. Now we're going to jump over to our 1 hour chart to determine what our actual targets are going to be for the position. So looking at our 1 hour price action, we can see the imbalance that we're looking to execute at. Our stop loss, where I want you to draw your attention to, is going to be the institutional move down here. Okay, now remember, we note the up move before the down move. We also note the down move before the up move. We're simply going to take this, there's the body, and we're going to draw this out. Okay, this is going to be my first target, being that most of this move is imbalanced. Okay, granted we did trade about 50% down. I'd like to see us trade back into this area once more though. So looking to execute up in here, stop above the high, 5 pip stop determined off of our 1 minute price action to bring it back down here. So our risk to reward ratio. Okay. Let's go over our actual tool real quick. So we've got a long position and a short position. We know that we're looking to take a short on this, so we're going to choose short. We are going to set, there's the entry. We're going to bring our stop down here. Quick little 5 pip stop. Something light. And then we're going to bring this straight back down to our targeted area. And we'll just do about up in here. Okay. So looking at this, we can see we've got a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 19. That means for every dollar I'm risking, I'm making $19 in return. Okay. So this is our predetermined risk to reward ratio. Now, how do we determine our lot size from our predetermined risk to reward? Okay, so let's go over that first, because that's going to be the most relevant thing. I've seen a lot of individuals come into the industry, and they generally determine their lot size based off of their account balance. Okay, not saying that that's wrong. I personally determine my lot size based off the amount I'm willing to risk and my predetermined stop on the position I'm taking, which is going to be different amongst the different assets that I'm trading and different positions that I'm executing. So before we proceed, I'm going to go ahead and play this out for you guys. So you can see we traded directly into our execution area. Beautiful execution, minimal drawdown, ran directly into our targeted area. So I want to go over with you guys why it's important to have this type of precision in the market and how you can compound your account a lot faster than others. All right, so let's go over how we determine our lot size based on our predetermined risk. Guys, I'm super excited for this section, this lesson, honestly, because I feel like this is about to open your eyes a lot more, okay? So first of all, let's say just for this example that we have 2 traders in the market. Each trader, go ahead and change the size of this real quick. Each trader has a $1,000 account, okay? Each trader is willing to risk 2% of that account. So what is 2% of 1,000? Let's just do the math real quick. We know that we have $1,000 times 0.02 for 2% is going to be $20. So each trader on any position that they take is willing to risk a maximum of $20 on the position. So we have trader number 1, okay, who is running a 5 pip stop loss. Okay, and then we have trader 2, who let's say is going to run a 10 pip stop, right? So we have a 5 pip stop loss for our first trader. We have a 10 pip stop loss for our second trader. I'm going to show you guys, first of all, how to adjust your lot size based off of your stop loss. And then second, why precision in the industry is key, okay? So the math behind all of this is going to be your amount, the dollar amount that you're willing to risk divided by your stop loss. Super simple. This is going to give you your lot size. The dollar amount of lot size, okay? The dollar amount you should be trading per lot. Okay? So let's do the math real quick. Trader number 1. We know that trader number 1 is willing to risk $20 on this position. Divided by their stop loss, which is 5 pips, we know that they can trade at $4 a pip, which for our lot size we know is a 0.4. Trader number 2 comes in. They're willing to risk 20 as well, but they run a 10 pip stop loss, meaning that they are only able to trade with $2 per pip, which we know is a 0.2. Okay? Now, first of all, I want you guys to realize how our stop loss that we determined before on GU, like we said, it was like 5.5. I did it 5 to make the math easy. Okay, we could have divided by 5.5 and you would have got your actual lot size. But to keep the math easy, 5 pips. $20 risk divided by our stop loss determines our lot size. Our account balance did not determine the lot size. Okay, Same thing for this trader. Granted, his lot size is a little bit smaller because he's trading with a bigger stop. So why is precision key in the industry? Okay, one thing I want you to realize is looking at these two traders. For every 5 pips that trader number 1 is accumulating, he's making $20, or what would be 2% of his account. For trader number 2, they have to accumulate 10 pips in their direction to make that $20, which is 2%. So trader number 1 is actually going to compound their account a lot more quickly because they focused on that tight stop loss and the precise entry, versus trader number 2, it may take them a little bit longer to compound. So focusing on your proper risk management, focusing on that precision. Now, one thing I want you guys to realize is the most important thing you must manage. Okay? The most risky thing whenever you're trading, in my opinion, is you. You must learn to properly manage yourself before managing your positions on the price action chart. That goes back to emotions. That goes back to control over yourself. We know that we should all have our trading journals out and ready. We should be documenting every position, noting our emotions as we're executing, noting our emotions as we check our phone and we're in drawdown, noting our emotions as we check our phone and we're in profits and we feel that euphoria. You'll soon notice on paper how your emotions are controlling your actual trading. So the biggest thing in risk management, first of all, is going to be learning to manage yourself. After that, you need to focus on precision, proper risk management before actually executing your positions. You should always have a predetermined stop and a reward before ever taking an entry on a chart. So in closing, to keep this video short, we have discussed what is risk management, how to manage risk on a price action chart, the most important things to manage, which we now know is you, and how to determine your lot size based off of your predetermined risk. Guys, risk management, as we've discussed, is crucial in this industry and is going to determine profitability. Please, please, please take this serious. Please get in there, whether you are determining your risk based off of your stop loss, whether you're determining it based off of your lot size. Keep in mind, risk to reward is very important and crucial when executing your positions. As always, this is your host, Daniel Vesper, or as many of you know me, 8-Inch Wick, and I'll catch you in the next lesson.